Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
Hey, happy Wednesday, Utah. Let's get you ready for the day. It's the middle of the week, so we're getting closer to the end of the week, and that means the weekend forecast is right in view. All right, city views right now. Let's take you to Cedar City, where you can see a beautiful evening yesterday. You know, we had that sun setting. You can kind of see that back below the horizon there, highlighting a little bit of haze in the sky as well, but lots of blue skies and just high, thin cirrus clouds out there. Thank you, Susie, for sending that in. And the temperatures were pretty warm still yesterday evening, but they have dropped overnight and this morning, and we're waking up to a change in the weather pattern. So here's a look at what we're tracking out there near or below normal temperatures as we go throughout the rest of your Wednesday, really across most of the Beehive State. It may be a little above average across southern Utah, but still, we're still talking about much cooler weather settling in for today, but it's not going to last long. You know, people are wondering, well, how long is the cooler weather going to last? Literally just for today, because by tomorrow we're warming it back up and we'll stay warm right on into the upcoming weekend as well. We're going to be tracking a weak low pressure that's going to pivot through portions of the southern half of the state as we get towards the weekend, but I don't think it's going to have a ton of moisture to work with. I think the stronger storms arrives as we head into next week, so that's kind of when the weather pattern looks to turn a little more active. Speaking of the spring-like weather, you know, we had upper 70s near 80 yesterday afternoon across the south. It makes you wonder, what about spring? Is it getting closer? Well, it sure is. Now, here's the thing. The official start of spring, of course, the spring equinox occurs on March the 20th. Meteorological spring, though, in 3 days, March the 1st. So that will be the official kickoff of spring there for at least us in the weather world. Spring forward, hey, that's 11 days away. So not this weekend, but next weekend, March the 9th, remember, those clocks go forward a little bit, so we lose that hour of sleep. And then notice, hey, just something else to put on your radar, the Bees home opener. I checked it out. I was thinking yesterday, man, I wonder when baseball season kicks off around here. We're talking 42 days away on April the 8th, so not too far out there. All right, let's look at the temperature change map because most of the state now getting in on that cooler air, as I mentioned, 15 to 20 degrees cooler in many spots. Still a little warmer than yesterday across the far south, but even there, the cooler air is just now moving in. So we've dropped out of the 50s into the upper 40s in St. George, still hovering near 50 in Lake Powell, but did you see that 20-degree mark? Yeah, for our friends in Logan. So they're really in the thick of that cooler air. Sunshine today, Salt Lake City, breezy and cool conditions out there. We'll call it 47. The typical high for this time of the year is 49 degrees. So we are going to be a few degrees below average as we go throughout this afternoon. Here's a couple of more pick cities around the Beehive State I've got for you. Ogden, sunny, breezy, 46 for your high. Nephi, good morning to you, 48 degrees with lots of sunshine. Upper 50s for our friends in Hanksville today with lots of sunshine, but of course that's going to be cooler than where you have been, and even down towards Kanab. Yeah, we're talking about sunshine and cooler conditions instead of the 60s and 70s. We're talking about low 60s, low to mid 60s expected across the area. So this high pressure ridge, yeah, it's going to bring back those above average temperatures across most of the western half of the country with this ridge of high pressure that creates sinking air, compresses, and it heats up. And that's what we're going to be dealing with. So those numbers are going to go back up. So as you can see along the Wasatch Front, by the time we get towards the weekend, we're approaching that 60-degree market once again. In St. George, we'll see these temperatures climbing into the low to mid 70s for the weekend. So definitely a warm spell on the way. Long-range futurecast shows us high pressure overhead, but as that high pressure moves away, here comes that weak low pressure I was mentioning. You see it may spark off an isolated shower or two for our southern portions of our state over the weekend. I just don't think it's going to have a lot of moisture. Here comes the stronger storm system, though. Models pretty much in agreement that as we get into Monday, we'll start to see that southwesterly flow, likely bringing in some valley rain showers and mountain snow showers. And then as that low pressure moves by on Tuesday, that leftover moisture could turn into snow showers for everyone. So our precipitation potential, fairly quiet going through the weekend. But by next week, oh yeah, we're going to be tracking some active skies. Stay tuned for more on that. St. George, upper 60s, so that's cooler than the upper 70s from yesterday. The low 70s for your Thursday and Friday, but we're back in the mid 70s Saturday before we start to introduce at least the chance of scattered showers by the beginning of next week. The Wasatch Front, below average today. We're in the 50s, though. By the weekend, the mid to upper 50s, and then we'll track that next chance of rain and snow as we head towards the beginning of next week.